What's up, YouTube? Once again, you're in the kitchen with Paul, and it's a Friday afternoon. I'm not feeling too well. Why do you say I'm not feeling too well? See this hat I got on my head? It's my team. I'm a part of the nation, still a nation. We ain't doing too good right now. That's right, I said it. We're not doing too good right now. But it's still early, and we can get better. All right? But because I'm feeling kind of bad, I wanted a meal that was going to make me a little bit happy. Take my mind off of these games that I've been watching. And my stove just told me it's ready for me to start cooking. And what am I going to be cooking? Salmon. A nice, easy baked salmon recipe. I'm going to smash some potatoes. My wife don't like them mashed, so I have them smashed. Difference is we don't put the milk in there, and the potato keeps its consistency pretty much well. And also, we're going to have some steamed broccoli. So that's what we're doing today in the kitchen with Paul. Oh, one thing I want to tell you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I reached over 500 subscribers. We're over 500 now. We're still climbing. And we're going to get this to where we're doing this not as a hobby, but as a vocation. Maybe make a little something on the side, doing something that we enjoy doing. But today in the kitchen with Paul, baked salmon, smashed potatoes, steamed broccoli on a Friday night, on a meatless Friday, today in the kitchen with Paul. Stay tuned. All right, YouTube, first things first. We got 2 white potatoes. We're gonna be making some smashed potatoes. Do it the easy way, stick them inside the Instant Pot. Then what you wanna do is you wanna grab some water, about 8 ounces of water, just enough to start the steam in there, but you don't want to soak the potatoes. Close the top, manual release for 6 minutes. Make sure that the vent up top is closed. Wait for the beep. All right. That says our Instant Pot is cooperating with us. Now, let's keep moving on. All right, we're back. Now, what do we have here? We have a nice piece of salmon. We're going to pat it dry with a paper towel because we want the salmon to cook in the oven. We don't want it to steam in the oven. All right. Get our olive oil out. We're going to generously coat the salmon with some olive oil. All right. Move it around. Get the back side, as you can see, the back has the skin on it. We're going to keep moving. We're going to start our seasoning of the fish. Old Bay. You don't want too much Old Bay. Just a tad, just a touch. Just to give it that kick flavor. Make people think you brought it out from Baltimore. That's plenty. I would say that's about a teaspoon. Granulated garlic. We're gonna go with about a tablespoon of granulated garlic. granulated onion. Once again, about a tablespoon. You want to be generous with the onion powder and the garlic powder because you want it to develop the flavor. Now, our old friend Lowry, seasoned salt. And what does that make in Chef Paul's kitchen? When you're in the kitchen with Paul and you use seasoned salt, garlic powder, and onion powder, you have officially used the Chef Paul triple play. Now, take our fingers. We want to pat all of that seasoning in there. Make sure it stays on that fish. It's not going to take long for this to cook either. All right. And last but not least, little herbs de Provence. Tap that in. And go around the sides one time with the oil just to make sure that there's enough oil in there. You don't want to have any problems. So while that's getting ready, we want to preheat our oven because we want this to set for a few minutes to really take in those flavors. And also after it's taken in those flavors, it's also going to come up to room temperature, which makes it even faster to cook. So we're waiting for the oven to preheat and we will be back. All right, YouTube, here's our broccoli. I found this broccoli at a vegetable market, and it was 2 big bags for $4, 2 for $4. They weren't frozen at the time. It was all broccoli florets, and the bags were about the size of a 5-pound bag of potatoes. So I took the bags and I broke each bag down, and I got about 5 family-size servings of broccoli out of those bags each. Now, we're not a full-size family anymore. It's just me and my honey. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking the broccoli and I'm putting it in what they call a steam bag. Put the broccoli in. Let it go down in the bag. Carefully close the bag. Make sure it's an airtight seal. And this bag will go into the microwave for about 5 minutes. And when it stops, all of this broccoli will be steamed. The rest, close up my Ziploc bag and put it back in the freezer. Okay, we're gonna hold the camera in our hand and try and get this done. So what has happened is the Instant Pot has been off, that's it, off, for 12 minutes. And what has happened to that red dot? It went down. It's compressed now. That means that the steam is going out of the pot and we can actually open the lid. Ooh, see all that steam coming out of there? So we get us a bowl. And as you can see, there's what they call a trivet inside the Instant Pot. And that trivet, make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom. It doesn't touch the bottom, so it won't stick. So let's check our potatoes to make sure that they are done. They're pretty fat. Some pretty fat potatoes there. Take a knife. Actually, they can go in there for another 5 minutes. Let's put them back. That's why I love cooking. It's not an exact science. So we're gonna put 5 minutes back on the instant pot. Close it back up. Now, stop. Give it 5 more minutes. And then we're going to release it the old-fashioned way. Just let the steam come on out. Now, once our oven said it was 350 degrees, we went ahead and put our salmon in there. It's been in there for about 10 minutes now. It's not going to be too much longer. Maybe 10 more minutes. We want our salmon to reach an internal temperature of 145 degrees. When it does that, it's ready. All right, YouTube. Just took the salmon out of the oven. Starting to look pretty done, but you can't tell. So what I have is an instant read thermometer. This is very valuable. The temperature never lies. It'll tell you when your food is done. Sticking it in here. We've got an internal temp. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. 116 degrees. Okay. Try it in a different spot. See that? The outer parts of the fish, a little bit warmer at 130 degrees. But the middle of the fish is what you want to make sure is done. That is not done yet. Outside will always be done quicker. So we're going to take our salmon, put it back in for about 5 more minutes. And incidentally, you saw that it was on a cookie tray, cookie sheet. You want to always put your casserole dishes or pans that go in the oven, you want to put them on a cookie sheet, because with it on that cookie sheet, anything that spills in the stove will not burn up in the stove. That cookie sheet's going to catch it, so you'll be able to clean it up. Here's your tip for the day. We'll be back. Okay, what I did was I unplugged my Instant Pot. Just had plenty of time. Open up that valve there. I don't know if you can see that. This is what I did. See that? That valve is closed now. Now it's open. Closed, open. Closed, open. This is called the standard release. We allow that blowhole to open up and it gets rid of all the steam. Hopefully our potatoes will be done by now. We're going to check them. As soon as it's done, then we can open it up. All right, YouTube, this is our broccoli. 5 minutes in the microwave. Nice and steamy. All right. Now, if we go back over to our Instant Pot, you can see that little red lever is down now. Open up the pot. And before we even lift these potatoes out, let's get a knife. And let's check them. Oh yeah. Went right through them this time. Be good to go. So I'm gonna grab my potatoes out of there. Bring them around here so we can work with them. Put the pot back together. And what I have done is I've melted some butter to drizzle over my salmon. Okay? So let's check the salmon. See how it's looking. Ooh. Looking good. All right. Let's get our instant read thermometer. Right in the middle. Let's see what we got here. We got 141. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to take it out now with 141. Why do I take it out at 141? Because there's going to be some residual cooking that goes on, and it will go up to 145 degrees. So now I'm mixing my butter up because the solids separated from the butter. And just liberally, bam. Ooh-wee. All right. Let's get back to our potatoes. Start cutting our potatoes. You want to cut them into small enough pieces where they can be sliced up, or smashed up rather. So we got the potatoes nice and piping hot. Cut it up a little bit there. Now I'm going to give you some secrets here. Three ounces of cream cheese. Preferably soft. Get that in there. Mix it in. Granulated garlic. Granulated onion. Herbs de Provence. What the heck is herbs de Provence, you say? That's the second time I said that. Herbs de Provence. Italian seasoning. That's all it is. It is the herbs of the province of Italy. So we got that in there. And we got some butter that's gonna go in there. This is about 3 tablespoons Kerrygold Irish cream butter. One of the best butters out there. It kind of looks like a loaded baked potato, don't it? That's basically what we're looking for. That's what we're shooting for. The consistency of a baked potato. Can't forget to put some salt. No, I didn't put seasoned salt. I just put regular salt. And some pepper. No, it's not fresh cracked pepper. I just got some regular ground up pepper. We're not being fancy today. We just want to eat. Once again, mix that all together. Got some leftover bacon from breakfast. Ooh-wee. I'm going to take these, cut them up. All right. We got our bacon bits. Toss that in there. Ooh, boy, that's starting to look like something there. Let me just show you something real quickly. My salmon has been out of the oven for about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm gonna stick the thermometer back in there. You see that? 152, 154 degrees. That salmon has still been cooking. That's why you always take it out a little bit under, because there's gonna be some residual cooking going on. And it's gonna bring it up a couple more degrees. Lesson number 2 for today. Tip number 2. All right, YouTube. This is the finished product. We got our smoked salmon, not smoked salmon, baked salmon, our steamed broccoli, and what we're doing is we're just going to drizzle some of that butter from the salmon right over our broccoli. Oh boy, how about that? Yes, sir. That's it. Friday night dinner. Baked salmon, smashed potatoes, loaded, and steamed broccoli. Ooh-wee! And that's a plate. All right, YouTube, you know what we do. It's time for our taste test. As you can see, put a little cheat code on my smashed potatoes. If you look, put some melted cheddar cheese on them. There's our salmon and our broccoli. Let's get it. First the potatoes. Little cheese pool there for you. Potatoes are tender, but they're not mushy. It's the difference between mashed potatoes, because everything is like smooth and grainy in your mouth. This actually has bits of potato that are chunks. It gives you a different mouthfeel. Excellent. Got that bacon in there. You can taste that cream cheese. You can taste that cheddar cheese. Herbs of Provence, that garlic and onion. Excellent. Now for the salmon. Light, flaky, not overdone. Delicious. You can taste that butter on there. You can taste all of those seasonings in that fish. You even get a hint of that Old Bay. Now let's go for the broccoli. Ain't nothing you can really do to mess up broccoli. Nice and steamed. A little salt, a little melted butter on there. Excellent. Once again, fantastic plate. I'm going to enjoy that tonight. So even when I'm feeling bad, I'm going to be feeling good. Well, that's it. You've been in the kitchen with Paul. I hope you enjoyed our recipe today, our dinner today. Once again, thank you so much for 500 subscribers. You guys are making it happen for me. I'm so appreciative of what you're doing for me. Now, as always, I got 3 things that I want to tell you. First thing is always put God first in your life. Second thing is to always love your family. And the third thing, you gotta love yourself. You've been in the kitchen with Paul. Me, I'm Paul. Peace, y'all.